Hi teachers. I'm going to show you how you can access your HMH curriculum resources through Schoology. First, I'm going to show you how you can create your growth measure assessment in order to get the students started accessing Waggle. So we're going to start with math. You'll go to Schoology and go to your math class. For the growth measure assessment and for accessing Waggle, you will not be able to create assignments that integrate with Schoology, but you can directly access the resources and the students will be able to directly access them by clicking on the link on the left-hand side for HMH Ed Linking Platform. So let's go ahead and click on this as the teacher. It'll pop open a new tab that should automatically sign you in. Then you'll be directed to your HMH dashboard for Ed. So the first thing that you want to do to create your growth measure is come up here at the top to Discover. And then in the drop-down menu here, go ahead and pick Waggle Math and then click on Connected Solutions. You'll see the link to the growth measure for math, so click on that. And you'll see some options. You'll want to pick the K-8 version, which is first. So go ahead and click Assign. Now you can fill in the details about the assessment. You can pick the start date and the due date or the end date. So this is really just the window when you're planning on having the students take the assessment. So if you're planning on having them take it next week, you could pick October 2nd. If you think they'll be done by the end of the week, then you can pick the 6th. You do have the ability to edit these dates after you create the assessment. So if you need to modify it, that's no problem. Then at the bottom, you'll select your mathematics class, and then you'll click Assign. Okay, you'll see the green success message telling you that the assignment has been updated. And at the top, if you go to My Classes, and then you click View Class for your mathematics, you'll see that assessment is created here. If you click on the link to the assessment, this is the screen where you can see the student's progress, see if they've started the assessment, see if they've submitted it, or what their current status is. This is also where you can edit those date details for the assessment. Okay, so once you've created that assessment and your students have completed it, you can access Waggle on your Ed dashboard by clicking Waggle Math and then clicking Waggle. And this will log you in automatically to your Waggle home page. At the top here, you'll see a drop-down. Make sure that you're looking at your mathematics class. Once the growth measure assessment has been completed, these notifications should disappear, and Waggle will automatically assign the students the activities that they need based on their level. If you click on the plus sign next to a student's name, you will see the activities that they've completed and their progress, so you can monitor their activity within Waggle. Okay, next I just want to show you how students will access the growth measure and then Waggle. So I'm going to switch over to a student view here. For the student view, I'm looking at the mathematics class in Schoology. This is the K4 view, so I know that 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th will look a little different than this, but for everyone, regardless of their grade, on the left-hand side of the screen is where they're going to find that HMH Ed Learning Platform link. So they just click on the link, it will open up a new tab, and it will automatically log them in to the HMH dashboard. From here, in order to take the growth measure assessment, they'll come up here to Assignments, and they should see that growth measure in their list of assignments. All they need to do is click Start, and then they will click Continue after they read these directions. Similarly, when you want them to access Waggle after they've completed the growth measure, they just come to that math class and click the HMH Ed Learning Platform link. It opens the new tab, and directly from this home screen, the dashboard, they can click on Waggle. And the first thing that they see are the missions that they need to complete to move forward. Okay, so that's the student view. I'm going to come back to the teacher view for the last component of your HMH curriculum resources. Now, this is for your language arts classes. You will have your students for language arts complete the growth measure and access Waggle for reading via the same HMH Ed Learning Platform link on the left-hand side of the course. However, you also have Into Reading or Into Literature curriculum through HMH. This product does have assignments that you can integrate directly into Schoology. In order to do that, you will come up to the Add Materials dropdown. You'll select HMH Ed Linking Tool, and this will automatically log you in. And if you're not on your home screen of HMH, just look up the top left. There's usually a back button. So right now you can see I'm looking at the Into Literature for grades K through 5. You should see Into Reading. Okay, and you will see all the units, lessons. So you just navigate to that lesson that you would like to integrate in Schoology. I'll come down to Unit 1 here, Open Lesson, and you'll see a variety of lesson options. Let's say that this differentiate activity is the one I want to create in Schoology. I'm going to click the 3 dots on the right-hand corner, and I'm going to click Create LMS Link. This will automatically add the link to the screen where I loaded it in Schoology. You'll notice if you do this just on the main materials page, the assignment shows up at the bottom. So definitely make sure to drag it into the folder where it belongs for organization. Once you've done that, all you need to do is come over to the settings wheel on the right-hand side, click Edit. And if this is an assignment that you will be grading in Schoology, you'll need to click this Enable Grading checkbox. When you do that, you'll see the options to add your due date, assign the category, and then you'll just click Save Changes. If you do not plan on taking a grade for this assignment, just do not check this checkbox. The students can still interact with the assignment, but it will not show up in your gradebook on Schoology. And the last thing I want to show you is just a helpful resource for your HMH products. I'm going to access the full HMH dashboard by clicking on this left-hand link in Schoology. It'll open up the separate tab and take me back to this home screen. At the top of your home screen dashboard for Ed, you should see this Getting Started, Complete Your Teacher Success Pathway here. You'll notice this is kind of a self-paced support resource for teachers. If you click into this first item, if it says Start, already completed it, it'll say Review, but I'll just show you what it looks like. This has a quick video about this learning pathway for teachers, but you'll see here that it breaks down the different components of the HMH dashboard and how you can interact with the assignments, how you can implement them in your classroom. I highly recommend taking a look at this to get some ideas of best practices. You can see you can click on these various ideas to see what types of resources are available to you. So there is an Into Reading how-to guide. You can click Make a Copy. And this takes you to the slides from a previously recorded webinar. This shows you what you can expect with the My Book component, which is the digital textbook. There is a teacher's guide. There is both a K6 and then a K2 model. So there's 2 different paths. Okay, down on slide 17, this shows you the primary planning tools that are a part of your curriculum. That includes the teacher's guide, editable weekly plans that might have recommendations for guiding your instruction, and the Teaching Pal, which is annotated version of the student's textbook, and then a writing workshop guide that will have step-by-step modeling and instruction about the writing process. Okay, for each module or unit, you can follow this structure to help set your students up for success. The curriculum does provide you a weekly guide for how you might lay that out. And the last thing is part of this teacher success pathway. You can see at the top, this is for Into Reading, but I can click this drop down and it also has an option for a teacher success pathway regarding Waggle. We've already done the startup and prep for using Waggle, but if we click into this Prepare to Use Waggle, you have the ability to register for a live session and even potentially register for a time to meet with the coach. This gives you a link to the Waggle homepage overview if you'd like to review that again. It shows you how to navigate, shows you how to create skill groups, and how to celebrate your student successes. This also gives you a breakdown of the reports that you'll have access to. And you can click power your groups by using preview mode. And this shows you a quick video about using Waggle in various group settings, whether it's whole group, small group, or individual. And just a note here, this is a great helpful video about supporting students through productive struggle. So those are just a few of the resources available on your HMH Ed dashboard. So definitely dive in. I know it's a lot to break down. Certainly, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.